The advice and opinions expressed by the host of Autism Live and her guests are meant solely as suggestion and should not be in any way construed as child-specific advice. The Center for Autism and Related Disorders advises working with a board-certified behavior analyst who has experience with autism before starting any intensive behavioral intervention. Any choices you make in determining your child's treatment are completely at your own discretion.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this very special edition of Autism Live. Are you confused? You might be. Normally on Thursday mornings, we are live from 10 till noon, and this morning we had a massive power outage in our building, the entire building out. They've been scurrying and trying to get power back on, have just been able to do that. And we just had a guess that we couldn't wait for another show. And so we're going to do a shortened version of a show here because when there's something this powerful, you just got to do it, right? We've had a guest standing by for the last 2 hours in Austin, Texas, waiting to talk to us. And she's going to come to us live from the newest, about to open, We Rock the Spectrum in Austin, Texas. So we want to give a big shout out to Milan Helm, and she is at the gym with her operations manager, who is Jackie. Did I get that right? Catherine. Why did I say Jackie? I'm telling you, the power outage included my brain. All right, I'm never going to forget it again, Catherine. So anyway, I'm so excited to finally be talking to you guys. For people who watched the show a couple of weeks ago, Milan, your grandmother was on the show with us, Rochelle Helm, and she had some pretty amazing things to say about you and about this gym that is opening up this Sunday. We are calling you the Autism Whisperer, Milan, and people have been writing in and saying, we got to know more about her. So I'm thrilled that you guys can be with us today. We're going to get into why, everybody's calling you the Autism Whisperer. But first, you've got this gym that is opening on Sunday. Is that correct?
Sure do. Sunday, 10 a.m.
Big grand opening that's happening in Austin, Texas. We want to encourage anybody who's in Austin to get there. And wonderful, wonderful event. You're going from 10 in the morning till 5 at night?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what are some things that, first of all, for people, if they don't know what a We Rock the Spectrum is, these are sensory gyms that are for all kids. They're
all kids.
Kids on the spectrum, kids not on the spectrum. And all We Rock the Spectrums have a certain amount of equipment that is the same, that you're guaranteed wherever you go. There's like 10 essential pieces of equipment?
10 to 12, yes.
Okay. But each gym after that has its own flavor, and we can't wait to see your gym. Now, I know that you're not completely set up because it's still days away from your opening, but is there anything you want to take us and show us in your gym?
Yes,
absolutely.
Our calming room that we've been working on has been Galaxy themed by a street artist out here in Austin, Texas. And she took our room and just turned it into outer space, and we've now called it our I Need Space room.
I love that.
Yeah, so we're going to walk back there.
We're going to go for a walk. I love this.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful, look at those high ceilings. You got a party room over there, I see. Fabulous. Lots of air and space for kids to play.
Oh, yeah. Especially on this big old trampoline.
Oh, I love it. I love it. You know, the kids love that. And we love the netting that goes around it so that the kids are safe and can get in there and bounce to their heart's content.
Behind us, you'll see our zip line coming together.
Yes, love that.
And climbing net is going to have a big mountain behind it.
Fabulous.
Our rock climbing wall is about to be a tree. It's looking kind of dead right now.
I love it, though, that it's a tree. I can't wait to see kids zip lining on the zip line there.
Yeah, it's going to be great. And then Catherine as our sign that's going on the outside of our door.
Love it. Oh, you
Yeah.
guys, it's just divine. And
All
you are
right.
doing a great job walking with your camera, because I've never seen anybody do it quite as well as you're doing it. I'm impressed.
Oh, well, thank you. All right. That's pretty cool.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful, you guys. Oh, all the kids are going to want. You have a rocket ship?
We
Okay.
do. It's a little hideout tent.
I want to
Yeah.
come and play. Oh, it's
Our
just fabulous.
Are the floors that you walk on, and all the things change.
Love it.
Sensory floors.
Oh, it's just fabulous.
And then we've got a little, I'm trying to hold my camera. Yeah. We've got a sensory table. It's like converts around as Legos, and then you can take it out and put water in it, or we can put sand, anything sensory. We're not quite done in here, but it's getting there.
Oh my gosh. It looks fabulous. I'm super, super impressed.
And then also what we love about this room is that we did a promotion on our website for 8 weeks, where we did a rock star of the week. And each week we picked a kiddo from in the area that parents had submitted, and they told us why their kid was special, and we featured them each week. Well, my painter came in here and she made 8 special stars, and they will each have the names of one of our OG rock stars.
Oh.
So there we have Camden, and all along we'll have each kid's names. We're not quite done, but yeah, so they'll get a little shout out in here as well.
I think that's fabulous. Helps our kids to all feel like they're special and remarkable. Clearly, this is an amazing, amazing gym, and people can be checking it out this Sunday, November 5th, from 10 a.m. to 5. And for people and we've got the flyer here for the grand opening right there. For people who've never been to a sensory gym with a kid before, it's an amazing thing. And there's a phrase that is often put on the wall someplace. Do you guys have the phrase on your wall?
We don't have it up yet. Corporate's coming in tomorrow to put it up, but it's finally a place where you never have to say, I'm sorry.
That's right. And that's really the truth of it. And people will be so excited to see that. Now, on your flyer, it says that you might have some surprises. And I saw one of them unveiled on your Facebook page. Do you want to tell us one of the guests?
Want to take this one?
The character?
Yeah.
Yes. So we have confirmed that we're going to have Chase from Paw Patrol come in and visit us.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll be here from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock. We saw a lot of our followers were dressing up for Paw Patrol over Halloween. So we wanted to bring them in just to meet with everybody.
Yeah.
I love it, you guys. Okay, now is there some place I want you guys to get comfortable, because I want to talk to you for a couple of minutes. So
we'll go sit. We can go sit back down at our desk.
And I'm loving the.
I forgot to mention one thing.
Yes.
Our lights dim. Can you see how it got darker?
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. And then when you turn them all the way off, it just looks spacey in there.
Fabulous. Fabulous, you guys. I'm impressed. And we want to say again, and so nice of you to give us a little bit of a tour, because I know, you're not opening for a couple of days and you're still putting some finishing touches and putting some equipment in. And as you said, corporate's going to come in to make it so that you've got all the right things in there. And but I've been a huge fan of We Rock the Spectrum since practically day one. And to get to see these open, and especially in a place that I love, Austin. I got to visit Austin this summer, and there are so many of you that are card families in Austin. You got to check this out, you guys. I'm not kidding you. This is fabulous. So, but I talked with your grandmother last week, and I met your grandmother almost a year ago, and she told me for the first time about you then, Milan, and we should say that some people call you Lonnie, so you respond to both of those. But I was impressed a year ago when she told me about you, because you, and I've heard this from many other people, not just your grandmother now, everybody I've talked to has said that you have a very special gift with our kids. They're calling you the autism whisperer behind your back. Have you heard this?
I'd heard my grandmother use that term before, but
Well,
I
it's
didn't know
it's more
spread it.
than her, and I think it's deserved. But for parents that are watching, you're an amazing young woman. When did you know that this was your particular calling?
At age 12, absolutely. My high school actually required us to do community service hours. And my first project was a summer camp for kids with special abilities. And I, didn't really know what to expect. And I just was like, I love kids anyway. And I showed up, and my first camper, I just fell in love with her and got her to say a few words. And after that, I was like, that felt really cool. And just from that summer on, it was the rest is history. I wanted to be involved with autism and the special community since that. I mean, it's been 17 years, so here I am now.
And you've been working in schools and have been working with this population, and I love that now you've got a gym where kids are going to be coming in and getting treated to your philosophy on this whole thing, because you're a bit of a I think you're somebody who is such a problem solver. Your grandmother told some stories to us about kids that you made a difference. One kid in particular that didn't want to wear his glasses, and that and rather than argue with him, that you found a way to get him to want to.
Party. Yeah, he's not invited then if he doesn't want to wear them.
Yeah,
well,
you threw. Yeah,
so
you threw a glasses party, and everybody was going to it, and it just sounded so much fun. And if he wanted to come, and boy, that was it. He wanted to wear his glasses. And your grandmother has told me so many stories about how you look at things and don't see anything other than sort of an opportunity to look at it a different way. How did somebody teach you this, or were you just born with this?
I can't say that I was born with it. I mean, especially starting to work with this community in middle school. Middle school kids judge, and they, they're mean.
Oh, yeah.
And going into it, I think I was able to start off on a foot where I just noticed other kids and how they were different, and I knew that my role was to be there to help them out and not necessarily mainstream them, but to kind of be a guide into this world that they understood a little bit differently than us. And once I realized, that it was more rewarding than it was a task, it just kind of took off. And as I, matured into my positions doing ABA and enhanced respite care, and then finally working in special education out here in Austin, every kid is just so outrageously different. If you've seen one kid with a special ability, you've seen one kid with a special ability, and it was all about, I'm realizing that my job as a behavioral modification person, I can't win anything by fighting battles. I have to look at what they're good at, what they're interested in, and feed off of that. And it's positive, behavior reinforcement. And if I need a result, we got to work together. It's teamwork with the kids. So there's no way to see anything other than abilities, if that makes sense.
If I could just clone you, that's what I would like to do, because I think that's the kind of thinking that we need in our kids' lives. And we need it in the classroom, and we need it in their extended life. And I love that you're going to be at this gym and making this happen at this gym, because so many people will have access to you by choice because you're going to be in the gym. I love that you were in the classroom before and that you were in schools, but then you got to help a couple of kids, and now you're going to be able to help thousands of kids. It's going to be so exciting. Now, Catherine, I'm sorry.
Being in the school district also was part of what inspired me to, open this gym, because not only is my godson, nonverbal and epileptic, and it was hard for me to take him anywhere. Being in the school district with these middle schoolers that are of a very sensitive age and working in a SCORES classroom, seeing that they have no resources outside of school is very frustrating. It's like you teach them all these things during the day, and then they have no generalization. So, we do have a room in here that is dedicated to teenagers and older kids on the spectrum, older kids not on the spectrum. and we have an inclusive environment for literally all ages, because we want to mean it when we say it's a gym for all kids. So that whole Austin ISD, bit for me was actually very helpful in developing this gym to its full potential.
I love this. Now, Catherine, how did they find you? Because I've heard that you're a bit of a miracle too, and because you're going to be the operations manager, is that correct?
I am the operations manager.
Okay.
Yeah. So I get to do a lot of the fun part of this job, which is just getting the word out, right? And helping people understand that we found this great niche, and it really has the ability to change a lot of lives. I'd done a bit of management in a more corporate world, and I really, really, really wanted to get back to where my heart was, which is helping people. I have a cousin that's on the spectrum, and when we found out that he was on the spectrum, it changed all of our lives, because everyone in the family became an advocate, and everyone in the family wanted to gather resources to make this process as easy for people as possible. And when I found out about We Rock, I just knew that I needed to be a part of it, and they welcomed me with open arms.
Absolutely.
You guys are making my face hurt. I'm smiling so hard. It's cramping my face. Okay, so we mentioned before that, when with a We Rock the Spectrum that there are those essential pieces of equipment, but then after that, they all have their own flavor. And we've already seen that some of the things, the touches that you've added are really amazing. But I'm also wondering too, they tend to do different programs sometimes, or things that happen. And so I'm wondering, you haven't even opened yet, but have you given any thought to other things? I know you mentioned the teenagers, which I think is amazing. Are there some other things that you want to share with us that you're going to do at your gym?
So we have a lot coming up. I have a past student actually who is fluent in ASL. Her whole family speaks signs, so she's going to be offering classes here for all ages, beginners and all levels and everything. Catherine herself is fluent in Spanish, so she'll be helping offer tutoring for kids that are, English language learners, or people that, come in and they only speak Spanish. So we are trilingual. And then we also have coordinated with Music Together, and a woman named Ann Benson from Musical Beginnings. And she will be having classes here 5 times a week that are caregiver and child classes. There's Somos Amigos, which will be a Spanish immersion music class, and then she will be doing her Music Together program, which is just general music and movement and growth through that. We'll also be having Thanksgiving camp, which is coming up. That will be the week that AASD is out, and we'll be doing Monday through Wednesday and Friday as well. And yeah, we've got a lot of good stuff coming up.
I am so excited for you that you're finally at the point where you're about to open. I just hope that Sunday is jam-packed. And I know it will be. And we hope that people remember that you have different things that you can do at the gym. You can just have drop by and visit the gym and bring kids in, and there's a small fee for bringing the kids in to play, and it's a safe zone where they can't get out. Or you can bring your therapist and come into the gym and be doing therapy things in the gym.
We do have a classroom. We have a classroom in a quiet space so they can do therapy and be rewarded and come out and play after.
And one of my favorite things is this is the ideal place to have a birthday party.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes. My good friend Nancy Allspaw Jackson a couple of years ago, right after the We Rock had opened in her neighborhood, and she was saying to me, I don't know what to do for a birthday party. And I was like, why are you even thinking about that? Call We Rock. And it was one of the best birthday parties that I have ever been to. What I love about it is that you all the kids are excited. You can have kids that are on the spectrum with kids who aren't on the spectrum, and you don't have to worry about what activity do I have to do for all of them. They take charge. It's so super duper fun. And I saw that you have a party room.
Yes, we have a nice big old party room, and all of the lights in our gym are on dimmers, so we can change the lighting in any room, any place around the gym for kids that are sensitive to light. And we do have doors that aren't necessarily noise canceling, but they are, the sound goes down
That's
Yes,
awesome.
the sound down quite a bit. So we did our best to be as sensory supportive as we could.
I love it. And so there are all of those things, but the other thing that we haven't talked about for families that know that once you come and you see how great this is and how well your kids do as a result, because they get to run out their yayas, but there's very specific equipment that's there that help them. For those of you, we've talked before on the show about, you know, astronaut training is what a lot of people called it, but some of our kids need to be spun. And when they spin, they get better language. So if you've got a kiddo that you know has to have this kind of activity to help stimulate them, you have packages that they can buy, so they can subscribe and come pay an amount, and then they can come as many times as they want in a month. Isn't that right?
Yes, we have, you know, like a Rock Basic membership. They can buy 5 open plays for $50, and we've got all sorts of deals like that. We also have monthly membership where they can come unlimited amount of times. We're also going to be doing a We Love Nannies program, and nannies will be rewarded for bringing in, you know, a kid a certain amount of times.
Yes.
And yeah, we've got a little bit of everything for everyone.
And super duper affordable, so much more affordable than the other things that are open to our kids, that our kids have meltdowns because they're not sensory appropriate, and we end up getting thrown out. So this is a much better and healthier all the way around. Absolutely love it. Now on Sunday from 10 a.m. to 5, the cost for that is $12 per child, but 20% of it goes to someplace special. Do you want to tell us about that?
It goes to my brother Rocks the Spectrum Foundation, that, you know, helps support families and children that may not be able to have the funds that would allow them to come and play at a place like this. And so it would put them on scholarships to come get the therapeutic input, et cetera, that they need via play.
Absolutely love it. I am so impressed with you, and I can't wait to come back to Austin and get to see your gym. But I think you ladies have got something really incredible happening there. Again, we want to tell people this is in Austin, Texas. And the address, do you want to tell them?
We're at 7010 West Highway 71, and we're in the Oak Hill Shopping Center right next to HEB.
Okay. And shall we give the phone number out too?
Yeah. The phone number always.
And I've got it right here if you want me to read it.
512-687-4443.
There you go. You knew it. And again, the website, which I think Samantha put up before, is werockthespectrumaustin.com. There it is on the screen. We Rock the Spectrum. Yeah. Because, and you guys are on Facebook too, and you're doing a great job on Facebook. I love scrolling through and seeing. That's how I found out about your, you know, Chase from the Paw Patrol going to be there on Sunday. I'm chartreuse with envy that I don't get to be there on Sunday. But at some point I'm coming to your gym. This is, I just want to give you guys air hugs, and I'm so excited for the families that you guys are going to serve. There you go. And I'm impressed, ladies. I really, really am impressed, and I can't wait to hear all the good stories. At some point, you got to stop back and visit and let us know how things are going. And please take pictures and post them. I know you will on your Facebook so that we can see that opening. But thank you. Thank you so much for caring so deeply about our kids. It makes me want to cry.
I get it.
Yeah, and you know what? That's what I feel. That they are your kids too. And those, you guys are the kinds of people that we, like I said, we just need to clone you and have more of you in the world. Thank you so much for creating a place where families can bring their kids and that nobody ever has to say, sorry, Austin, you're gonna just love this. I adore you guys. I wish you big, happy, fun, and good luck on Sunday. And thank you for being so patient and waiting for us this morning so that we could finally do this interview.
You're doing us the favor. Thank you.
Not at all. Thank you so much, you guys. I know you got to get back to work. Have a good time.
Sure do.
Bye-bye. So again, you guys, if you've never been to a We Rock the Spectrum, oh my gosh, I really want to encourage you to look and see if there's one in your area. But if you're in Austin, you've got to get to this one on Sunday. It's just going to be such a good time. And if you absolutely can't get there on Sunday, make sure that you take your kids soon. I always say that if there had been We Rock the Spectrum just a couple of years earlier, I wouldn't be here doing Autism Live. I would be the owner of one of these gyms because it's that near and dear to my heart. I recognize it and go, oh, that is such a good thing. And it would have been a place where my kid could have been getting his yayas out. Our kids all need to get their yayas out. And to do it in a place and in a way, you know, we would take Jem to those places that had the big inflatables and he would have a great time, but then he would have a meltdown later. Not at a We Rock the Spectrum. Your kids aren't going to be bombarded with sound and light and whatever. They're going to get good exercise, be using all those major parts of the body, the push, the pull, all that heavy work that helps our kids and helps them to be able to focus and concentrate. It's really, really good for their little bodies and being able to do things across the midline, which is really good cognitively. Take your kids to a We Rock the Spectrum. And if you're in Austin, get to this one. It's special. All right, you guys, this was a special edition of Autism Live, a shortened version because we didn't have power this morning. We are going to be back with you, and our apologies to Bonnie Yates, who was going to be with us to talk about bullying. We're going to have to postpone that to next week. But I want to say to you, we will be back next Wednesday with Dr. Doreen Granpeesheh and Let's Talk Autism with Shannon and Nancy. Until then, give your kiddos a hug from me and one for you too. Bye-bye for now.